lovely people out there. My name is Deasia Monique, and welcome back to another episode of the Dear Diary podcast. Welcome back. I don't know if you guys have noticed something, but if you didn't, then let me be the one to point it out for you. That's right. Not one episode this week, but two episodes this week. Yes, ma'am, you read and saw that correctly. 2 episodes. Dos. I knew after the first episode that I wanted to do 2 episodes a week. However, I needed to get to at least 3 episodes before I could really make that commitment, because it's already been a commitment to try to even get these first 3 out. But I'm like, to add on an additional episode, to add on more, I'm like, girl, is that sane? But let me tell you something. I gotta work smarter, not harder. And that's what I'm trying to do. So yes, 2 episodes a week. But don't worry, y'all. I am prioritizing. Refer back to episodes 1 and 2. Anywho, I am prioritizing, and so I hope with that prioritization, I think that's it, so I'm gonna keep it in there. I think with that prioritization, one more time, and I got it. I am going to hopefully continue to upload 2 episodes a week for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoy them just as much as I do, and that means we get to see each other not once a week, but twice, and I just know you love that. You can hide, and you can be all shy and tell me you don't, but I know you love that. I know you look forward to our time together just as much as I do, and for that I am absolutely more than willing and honored to be able to shoot 2 episodes for you. So if you guys cannot tell by the title, then what are you doing? Read it. Okay, now that you read it, we're going to be talking about being scared to lose them or being scared to be alone. Did that make sense? Am I scared to lose them, or am I scared to be alone? That's exactly as I said it. Am I scared to be without them, or am I scared to be by myself? Spoiler alert, it was the second one. Okay, so for as long as I remember, I have had a attachment for a lot of things, whether it be fictional things or actual people in my life. I've held unhealthy attachments for those things. And when I look back at it, not all of those things were like that, because not all of my attachments, I think, were necessarily unhealthy, but the ones that were unhealthy, I think I could relate them or tie them to the fact that I was just scared to be by myself or be without another, person or thing there, not specifically that person. And again, not all the situations were like that. A lot of the situations, they were different, or it was just like they were more complex than just that surface level thing. But for the most part, I was just afraid to be alone. Being alone can be really scary, especially when you kind of have, I want to say, fear, or you like to avoid being with your thoughts. I think that's what makes it scarier, and that's what makes you not want to do it, or not want to avoid that, because it's just either you can only be with your thoughts for so long before it's just I can't do this anymore. For me, I realized that I've held unhealthy attachment to people and situations and things in my life because of the way I was raised, things that I've witnessed, and just kind of beliefs that I have to break free from, that I've grown up around. Things like that. There's a lot of different elements. I think that's the only word I can think of, but there's a lot of different elements or components when it comes to that. But I've held those attachments, and I didn't know that I was holding those attachments to people. So when I had that fight with an ex, and it was really bad, and I sat there and thought but I can't bear to see them not in my life. I realize now that it wasn't that I couldn't bear to see them not in my life. It wasn't that at all. It was more so I couldn't bear the thought of being alone, especially at this point in time, to be alone with my thoughts, to be alone with myself. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay to come to that realization. It's okay to become aware of that is a thing, that you are holding unhealthy attachments, and that you are scared to be alone, that you're not scared to lose them, that you're not scared to remove whatever it is from your life. It's just you're scared to be by yourself, especially for some of us for the first time, neither a long time or at all, because then it's like, what am I supposed to do at this point? Am I supposed to just be alone with my thoughts? Am I supposed to just rot? What am I doing? There's so many things that you can do, and I didn't realize that there were so many other options that I had. There were so many outlets that I could have in there, that being alone would actually be one of the greatest things that has happened to me in a really long time. Now, I'm not saying I want to be completely alone forever or anything like that. Obviously not. I do hope to find my soul tribe and to find my soulmate, to find the people in my life that are connected to me more than just like a bond, you know? I do wish to connect with people in that way. I do wish to connect with others, and I do try in small ways to connect with other people. But being alone, I've realized just how beneficial and just how needed it is in order for me to be able to undress. I think that sounds dirty, but to undress my thoughts and undress my actions. But not even just that, not even just for reflection, but to learn things that I like and dislike, to find out things about myself, to learn other hobbies, to just really be alone and to nurture myself, to nurture my health, to prioritize myself and my needs and my wants and my desires, to go after my dreams and to cultivate a life for myself that fits everything that I've envisioned, fits and that is laid out for me. It is very pivotal to being able to do all of those things. Some things, yes, I probably could learn with other people alone, but there's so many things you'll never be able to learn unless you're on your own. And there's some people that have been on their own that are probably like, no, I've been on my own for this amount of time and I haven't been able to do that yet. And for that, I say, are you actually putting actual time to get to know yourself? And I'm not just saying, oh, I scroll on TikTok or I start a new show. No, I'm talking about taking yourself out to dinner, taking yourself to go learn a new pottery class, maybe buying yourself bouquets of flowers, writing notes to yourself, just doing things for yourself that nurture yourself, doing new things for yourself, not just sitting and letting yourself waste away and then being upset with the day because you feel like, you've been here all day by yourself and you haven't done anything fun or anything like that. But with that, I've come to terms and I have truly accepted that I'm okay with being alone. I like being alone. Like 80% of the time, I prefer to be alone. You can ask anyone around me. I'm a homebody. I stay at home. But I think that also had to do with me being in sort of like a hibernation season anyway. I really needed to isolate and find myself and find things that I like and really, really, truly try to ground and rewire myself from instances and situations in my past. And I also know that I cannot hold on to people, places, things, whatever the case may be, in order to avoid being alone. Trying to hold on to something that is not meant to be held on in order to prevent being alone, that is probably the worst thing that you could do. So that is something I do not recommend. Trust me. But with that being said, I feel like we wrapped this episode up pretty nice. I think everything came around to a pretty good circle, if I do say so myself. It is scary. It is scary to remove things out of your life, to remove yourself and to venture out into a new journey in your life alone. But it does hold a lot of positive benefits, and I hope that everyone gets to experience those benefits. And if you haven't, or you're struggling to, continue to try things that work for you. Don't just stop because a few things didn't work out. It may not be it for you, but there are so many hobbies, crafts. There's just so much in this world that we can truly learn, and it benefits you. It truly does benefit you in the long run, and it does help to heal you. And it makes you become more comfortable with being in solitude. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and if you did, make sure to give it a like on whatever platform it is that you are watching on. We are currently on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, as well as TikTok and Instagram. So don't forget to follow those platforms and social medias. And that's it, I guess. As always, it is always a pleasure, and I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Bye!